Hey, what's up, everybody? So, today I did have a different figure I was going to review this week, but found this gentleman whilst shopping yesterday, so I decided, man, I got to do him. So, we're going to be taking a look at the Spider Man retro carded Symbiote Spider Man. Let's go ahead and get started. He's pretty simple design, just black and white, which is one of my favorite aesthetics in action figures. Eyes are done really nice, not too big, not too crazy. Spider logo is done really well. I do have some type of smudge or something, looks like a fingerprint right there in the middle, but that's not too bad. A little bit of slop here, but that's gonna happen. I like the way they did the logo here, so it's not on the butterfly joint, so that doesn't break up at all. Really good job there. It's got the squares on the side. Apparently they're supposed to be shaped differently. I guess more of a almost pointy square. Not quite a triangle, but this is my first time messing around with the new Spider-Man body too, because I never saw the blue and red suit they came out with last year at retail, and now it's going for crazy prices. So here's the back. Again, got the spider logo, but in this case the logo is on the butterfly. But that's okay, because you can get it right there. It looks really good. Probably not going to be looking at it too much from the back anyway. It's got the little hole cut out there for the articulation, get his head to look up a little bit more, which we'll get into in a minute. Now for accessories, in the package he comes with the two fist hands, but in addition to that you do get two whipping hands, same rectangle on the back, and then you get two splayed out wall crawling hands or waving hands. If you just want them to say hi, you can do that too, or if you want to have them linked together, so it looks like he's plotting or menacing, you can do that as well. Pretty much whatever you want to do with them, but they're meant for wall crawling. So yeah, he's got pretty much all the hands you would need for a Spider-Man. No additional accessories. A web line or something like that might have been cool, but I probably wouldn't use it anyway, so I'm not gonna complain. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation on this guy. The head, it's on the dumbbell joint instead of the disc hinge. So that cutout gets you a little bit further back on there. Let's put this bag on. So the head goes up that far. Down that far. You got your right and left rotation, and it does go all the way around, nothing to stop it. Plus you do get some wiggle on the ball joint too. This means you can be a little bit more expressive. Now shoulders, like I saw, I got the butterfly joint, goes back that far, forward that far. Arms go up that high. This fist is super loose now, don't know why. spins all the way around. You got your swivel at the bicep. Double jointed elbows. Hinge and apparently loose swivel on this one. Wasn't that loose yesterday? Maybe because I changed it out a bunch. Now for the torso, you got the diaphragm cut, and then you got the ab crunch at the bottom, kind of like they do the Power Rangers and G.I. Joes now. So with just the top one, you go back that far, forward that far, you get some tilt on there, and that's where you get your swivel. And then with the lower ab crunch, you get that. A little bit extra from there. And then very far back. Even further back with that. Now the hips do have a slight drop down. So they go forward that far. It's kind of hard to see the black on black, huh? And the overall back runs into the spider butt. It just have wrinkles in the costume. It's kind of nice. And then it goes out that far, so it can definitely get some spider kicks in. Let's see if we can do that real quick. Not the best kicking pose, but you can see it works. Does the drop down really help all that much with the hips though? Let's see. No drop down, you get to there. With the drop down, I guess it kind of does. A little bit more. And then you got your... Man, this guy is not cooperating right now. You got your thigh swivel. Super swivelly. And double jointed knees. All the way up. More range than you probably really need, but it's there. You got your calf swivel, which tables out and looks kind of weird, but it is what it is. And then the angles go that far back and that far forward, and you got your ankle pivot. Super pivoty. So let's get this guy standing straight up. Throwing some other Spider-Mans to size him out with. You got your Gamerverse Miles. And your MCU Iron Spider. So, taller than both of those. And then we got Big Time Spidey on the Pizza Spidey body. So as you can see, they kind of thickened him up through the chest. Made him look a little bit better and updated the articulation. So, definitely worth it. And then here is Cyborg Spider-Man on, I believe that's on the Sunfire body. So I think, personally, I think this is an improvement on this, but this is an improvement on both of them. So really digging this one. Let's bring in the MCU, well, not MCU, but the movie Venom. Very similar articulation scheme with the ab crunch diaphragm joint, just no butterflies on this one. He's a big boy. And then here we have the Deluxe Venom. Still one of my favorites. So he's smaller than both of them, but he's kind of supposed to be, so that works out. And finally, we'll round it off with a standard Bucky Cat body. About the same height there. And as always, we got the Jazzwares AEW Unrivaled Series 1 Kenny Omega. This is kind of an offshoot, has nothing to do with action figures or toys or anything, but if you watch AEW, how excited were you whenever you saw Danhausen come out from under the ring on Wednesday? That was amazing. I can't wait to see what he does, and I can't wait to get a Jazzwares figure of him too. So, little side rant tangent there, but super stoked for that. So yeah, this guy is absolutely wonderful. I highly, highly suggest him to anyone if you can find him. He is a great figure. And all around, just a lot of fun to mess around with, especially being my first time messing around with the new body. I really hope one day I'll be able to find the red and blue version they came out with last year for close to retail, but I kind of doubt that at this point. But it is what it is. Not really the best at posing on camera, but yeah, this Spider-Man is absolutely fantastic. Highly recommended. And if you see him, definitely pick him up. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night.